Hi everyone, I am Rahul Kumar. Now, the Indian government has been aware of need to make farming more economically viable and sustainable. The government has been taking various measures to address the problem faced by the farmers, such as low productivity, high input cost, market fluctuation, climate change, indebtedness, and lack of institutional support. The agriculture sector is very crucial for overall economy and society of India, as it provides the employments to a large segments of the workforce and ensure the food security of the country's population. Improving the condition of Indian agriculture farmers is a priority challenge for the policymakers in India. So let's look in detail. Why it is important to make agriculture economically viable. To ensure the food security first. India is a country with a large population and a growing demand of food. In order to ensure that everyone has access to enough food, it is important to make agriculture economically viable so that farmers can produce enough food to meet the demand. Second is to promote rural development. Agriculture is a major contributor to the rural economy. By making agriculture economically viable, it is possible to promote rural development and improve lives of the people living in rural areas. Third is to support the livelihoods of majority of Indians. Making agriculture economically viable can help to improve and living standard and well-being of millions of Indians who depend on farming for their survival. Agriculture is the main source of income and employment for more than 50% of the Indian population directly. Fourth is to enhance the growth and stability of the economy. Agriculture contributes around 17 to 18% of the GDP of India, making agriculture economically viable and can help to boost the overall economic growth and sustainability stability of the India by increasing farm productivity, reducing wastage, diversifying crop, enhancing values addition in ensuring food security. Fifth is to adopt sustainable and natural farming practices. Agriculture causes environmental degradations, water scarcity, soil erosion, and greenhouse gas emission. Current farming practices rely on harmful chemicals, irrigation, and subsidies. Making agriculture economically viable can encourage sustainable and natural farming practices that reduce environmental impact and enhance the adaptation to climate change. Now, let's look what are the challenges. First is lack of digital literacy. Many farmers in rural India may not have access to smartphones and reliable internet connectivity, which can limit their ability to access digitalized agri services. Another challenge is need to education and training to help the farmer to understand how to use these technologies effectively. Second is small land holdings. Many farmers in India have small land holdings, which can limit their ability to achieve the economic of scale and reduce their profitability. Third challenge is lack of access to credit. Many farmers in India lack of access of formal credit can limit their ability to invest in their farms and improve their productivity. Fourth is lack of access to market. Many farmers in India lack of access to market where they can sell their produce at a fair price. This can result in the farmers receiving a low prices for their produce and reduce their profitability. Fifth is climate change. Climate change is resulting a uh, more frequent and severe weather events such as droughts and floods, which can have devastating impacts on the farmer's livelihood. Sixth challenge is lack of infrastructure. Many rural areas in India lack of basic infrastructure such as roads, electricity, and irrigation system, which can limit the farmer ability to improve their productivity and profitability. Seventh is natural calamities. India is prone to the natural calamities such as floods, droughts, and pests. These calamities can damage the crops and livestock, leading to losses of farmers. Eighth is insufficient marketing. The insufficient marketing system, Indian marketing system in agriculture produce in India is insufficient. This lead to the low prices of farmers and high prices for consumers. So these are some challenges. Now, move on. What are the initiatives taken by the government? First is Soil Health Card Scheme. It aims to access and improve their health of soil in agriculture areas across the country to provide farmers with detailed information about the nutrients content and fertility status of their soil. This helps the farmer make informed decisions leading to improved productivity and reduced cost. Second scheme is Pradhan Mantri Fasal Bima Yojana. It is a crop insurance scheme launched by the government to provide the financial support to the farmers in the event of crop loss and damage due to various natural calamities. Third is Pradhan Mantri Krishi Sinchai Yojana. It aims to improve the productivity of water resource utilization in agriculture by increasing irrigation investment, expanding cultivable lands, improving water use efficiency, adaptation precision irrigation, and other water services technology, and promoting sustainable water conservation practices. Now, fourth is National Agriculture Market (ENAM). It is a pan-India electronic trading portal which networks are existing APMC agriculture produce market commodity mandis and create a unified national market for agriculture commodities. Now, fifth is Rashtriya Krishi Vikas Yojana. Initiated in 2007, the Rashtriya Vikas Yojana is an umbrella scheme that ensures overall agriculture and allied services development. This scheme encourages state to increase public investment in agriculture and allied services. Micro Irrigation Fund. It was operationalized by NABARD in 2019-20 to facilitate state government efforts to mobilizing additional resources for spending coverage under micro irrigation and incentivizing the adaptations beyond the provision of Pradhan Mantri Krishi Sinchai Yojana, per drop, more crop. Seventh is National Mission for Sustainable Agriculture. This mission has been formulated to enhance the agriculture productivity, especially in rain-fed areas, focusing on integrated farming, water use efficiency, soil health management, and synchronizing resource conservation. Now, Rainfed areas development. It focuses on integrated farming systems for enhancing productivity and minimizing risk associated with climate variabilities. Uh, Soil health management. It aims to promoting the location as well as the crop-specific sustainable health management, including residue management, organic farming practices by way to creating and lacking of soil fertility maps with micro and macronutrients management. So, what are the some policies options for making agriculture economically viable? Now, first is digitization of agriculture. The new age technology based on agri startups offer full stock solution for farmers from seed to markets. They prioritize the farmers of providing direct access to suppliers, loans, insurance, and selling their produce at a best price. For example, Gurugram based Dehat caters of 50 lakh farmers covering over 35 crop through artificial intelligence, machine learning, and data analytics. Typically, the farmers with some smartphone can access digitalized agri services for agri inputs, farms advisory, and marketing for agriculture produce. Second is integrated natural farming. Integrated farming can be profitable for farmers with small land holdings by having a few animals, fish ponds, and vermiculture, offer natural manure. Farmers can become a self-reliant and financially empowered. Family of labor is important is a type of farming, and both they are commercially viable and environmentally sustainable. Now, third is climate smart agriculture. Climate smart agriculture can make agriculture economically viable by shift towards the eco-friendly agriculture inputs such as nano-urea. This can reduce the indiscriminate use of fertilizer, which can lead to irreparable of agriculture damage, soil fertility, and toxic food chain. Using the cost-effective and sustainable farming practices, farmer can increase crop yields while reducing input costs. They can help the farmer to become more profitable and sustainable with the long run. The government spent heavily on fertilizer subsidy and led to indiscriminate use of fertilizer, resulting to improbable agriculture damages, soil infertility, and toxic food chain. Second is soil production in Punjab is unhealthy as 246 kg per fertilizer are used per hectare compared to the national average is 135. So now, next is adaptations based farm practices. Adopting based farm practices such as cooperative principle can make agriculture economically viable. For instance, Israel, despite its unfavorable climate and limited resource, has become a major exporter of farm produce and global leaders in agriculture technologies. By following social equality, cooperation, and mutual aid in generating agriculture input in the most productive manner, farmer can increase their efficiency and productivity. This can lead to increased profitability and sustainability in the long run. So, fifth is say no to informal credit. Besides is access to formal credit, farmer need to be conscious in financial prudence. Farmer credits facilitates to increase agriculture productivity and profitability by providing farmer with fund and investment in their farms. Despite the ability of formal sources of finance, the recent survey shows that money lenders, traders, landlords still exist in rural India, making the farmer financially unable to develop, dependent on informal credit source. Sixth is development of agri-value chain. The key driver of agri-value chain are consumer focus, infrastructure, technology, training, and capacity buildings. Wapcol, a multi-state farmer producers company based on Maharashtra, in case point, it has the membership of 55 FPOs covering over 40,000 tribal farmers spread across 7 states. Seventh is leveraging collectives. Coverage of SSGs, farmer produce organization, and cooperatives will lead to better bargaining powers of farmer in terms of bulk procurement of inputs and discontinued price. Economics of scale has temptations and warehousing, access to low-cost institutional finance, farm mechanizations, drones such as drones monitoring of crops and spraying of fertilizers and plants protection chemical, etc. So, if you want to download this PDF, please check in the description link, and thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe, like, comment, and share.